When life and business is chaotic, it is hard to see the beauty that comes from it. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. I am your host, Ashley Stone, and I am your chaos coordinator. I believe there's always a message in the mess we can experience in our personal lives and in business. So join me on the journey of running multiple businesses, self-carrying it up, and designing a life for my family. This won't be just my story. It will be the many stories of remarkable women that have inspired me and will inspire you to discover the beauty behind the chaos. The stage. Hey, beautiful people. My name is Ashley Nicole Stone, and I am your podcast host of Beauty Behind Chaos, where we unpack the chaos, make some sense of it, and get to the beauty on the other side. Y'all, I am here. This is going to be season 2, and I just wanted to try something a little bit different. So this is actually a pre-screen of season 2 and all the things that we've been working on behind the scenes coming here with you guys today. This is a live podcast, which I have never done before. I have gone live before on Facebook. I have not gone live on other platforms, but I've been really just honing my ability to just go live and go for it. And then we decided to just hybrid that together into this podcast and this episode and getting all of this information out and interviewing people, all the things. So I'm so excited about this, but y'all, this is the pre, because we are learning and experiencing this all together with you guys live. So behind the scenes, I have my husband in the next room. He's actually the producer of this episode, and he's going to be doing all the different things for me. That's going to be sharing some stuff up in the corner and giving you guys a little bit more visual experience on top of the fact that we are doing this live and testing this all out together. So give us a little grace. We're going to be working out the kinks, but this is the pre. So this is an episode that we're looking to actually come with, but I'm going to give it to you guys right here live, which is all about some things that I have been learning, but also things that I actually implement in my business every single day. I have so much information that I want to share that's going to bring you from chaos to clarity. So a lot of my episodes with Beauty Behind Chaos, if you've never seen an episode, they've actually been audio. So my audio podcast was something that we went for it last year, did it, and y'all, it was a mess. It was chaotic. It had all different kinds of things, and it was funny because I kept stopping before I started because I felt like it had to be perfect. I felt like it had to be a certain way. I had to have the right mic and the right things in place before I start. And what I realized is in that process, I was in the chaos, and literally that's what my show is all about, right? We're going to unpack the chaos, but I'm also going to be in the chaos sometimes. And the reality is we're all going to be in the chaos sometimes. And how often do we get stuck there? How often do we not know how to start? How often do we just say, it's not perfect yet, and so we're just not going to go ahead and do this. And then it never happens. And that almost happened with this podcast. I have a dream, I have a vision for this podcast, that it's going to reach people in different ways. There's going to be seeds that are going to get planted. There's going to be word that I want to speak over something and share and whatever is on my heart in the moment. And there's going to be other times that I'm just going to give you guys real clear action points on what you're going to do to get through the chaos and get to the other side. And along that is going to be stories from not just myself, but other women that have experienced crazy things that you're just like, how did they get through it? How did that happen? And now they're here. Oftentimes you hear the success stories of someone and you see that and you're like, wow, I wish they must have had so much help. They must have never experienced anything bad. I'm here to tell y'all that every successful person I've ever met in my life has experienced or had to overcome some crazy hurdle, some crazy thing that they had to triumph to get to where they are. But no one talks about that, right? We only see the highlight reel. So Beauty Behind Chaos is really just unpacking that. So we're going to be sharing stories, and then we're going to give you clear action points. And that's what this episode is all about. It is from chaos to clarity. So I did that podcast episode or those podcast episodes audio, really kind of fine-tuned, worked out like what is Beauty Behind Chaos all about? So everything I just said, that's what it's all about. And so I had to get really clear on that messaging, but I felt like I had to get clear before I started. And instead I was like, nope, we just need to start. And this way we can figure it out along the way. And so that full year of recording audio podcasts for my first season really taught me so much. What is it that people are inspired by? What do they want to learn? What are the areas that I can really improve upon within myself and my episodes that's really going to make an impact? And so along the way, it was that storytelling, but it was actionable items. And so I'm going to start sprinkling in some actionable items, and then we're incorporating video to give you guys a more visual aspect of who is talking on the other side. Who are some of these women you're being inspired by when you hear these stories? What are some of these key actionable things that I can do? But maybe you're a visual learner, kind of like me. So that's what we're doing here. We're incorporating video, we're mashing it all up together, and we're giving it a try. And quite honestly, we're starting before we're even ready. And that's why we're here on the pre episode of the second season with all of this amazingness that we have to come. So I'm just going to dive right in. We named this one our Small Biz Big Impact, Ashley's top. It says top 2. Babe, it says top 2. It's top 3, y'all. I'm going to give y'all 3, and then we're going to do a bonus and give you guys a fourth one. The fourth one I'm not fully prepared on, but I'm prepared on the 3, but I'll give you a bonus at the end of this episode. And these are essential AI tools that I use every single day in my business. Yeah, I was going to make this episode so much more complicated and dive into all these things, but then I was like, you know what? I don't want to overwhelm you. I want you to help you. I want to help you get some clarity in the chaos. And when you're a small business owner, I'm not going to lie, like sometimes that could be chaos every day. It could be chaos every other day. It could be chaos once a week. It could be chaos once a month. Whatever that looks like for you, we're all in different stages, different seasons, but these are 3 things that you could literally use every single day in your business. As a solopreneur, entrepreneur, you can get really clear. So I'm going to dive right into it. Hashtag chaos to clarity. All right, let's do this. So my 3 AI tips of what I use every single day, like real. I'm never going to teach you guys something I'm not doing myself. So those 3 are ChatGPT, and I know y'all all heard about ChatGPT. And then we have I got my little notes off to the side. So let me just stay on track. CapCut. CapCut's my second one. And then my third one is brandmark.io. All right, we're live. Okay, my husband wasn't prepared that I was going to say all 3 of those. So I'm going to dive in to the first one, which is Chat GPT. Okay, so we've all heard about Chat GPT, and honestly, it was probably one of the first things I got exposed to when it came to AI. And I'm like one of those people, like when there's something new, like I want to try it, I want to play with it, I want to press all the buttons. And Chat GPT was one of those things about a year ago I discovered and was like, okay, I'm going to write all the things. I'm going to tell it to do things. And we all did this. We kind of like when you get exposed to ChatGPT, you kind of go on and you just start asking it questions and see what it says. Or you give it a couple, different random prompts and see what it says, because we're exploring and we're just like, what is this tool? Then next thing you know, everyone's like, oh, this is going to take over everything. It's going to kill jobs, all of these things. But as an entrepreneur, I was like, how can I leverage this? How can I look at this from a lens of not for it to take over, what I'm doing, what I'm writing? Because for me personally, I actually love to write. And so that's a strong suit that I have. How can I have this complement what I'm doing? And so when I first started using ChatGPT, that's pretty much how I started using it. And this is still one way you can use it, but I'm going to give you guys a couple more tips in other ways that you can leverage ChatGPT. So when I first started, I was writing everything that I was doing. I'm a storyteller. I write my emails from scratch. I write everything from scratch, right? But not everybody is gifted in that way, and that's okay if you just give ChatGPT something to work with. So what I would do as a writer, I would write my thing, and then I would give it to ChatGPT and say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm working on. And can you write this better for me?" Like, for example, if I'm writing an email to a client specifically, sometimes I'm kind of wordy. Sometimes I write a little bit too much and I kind of can go all over the place because I'm a storyteller. And so sometimes I need something clear and concise. So I will write that whole story or write that whole response. And then I'll ask ChatGPT to basically refine this, fine tune this for someone that might not fully understand what I'm trying to explain. So I want it clear and concise, and I want it professional. And so you give it a couple prompts and I feed it exactly what I was gonna write and send, and then I ask it to actually clean this up a little bit, and this is what I want you to do. And so as soon as you explain those things, that's when ChatGPT can take what you did and then restructure what you did and clean it up, make it a little bit better, and so clear that there's even times it gives bullet points. It'll make things in bold that are really important things. And so that's initially how I started using ChatGPT. And quite frankly, I still use it in that way. So many times I'll have like a problem or a thing that I need to address, and maybe my emotions are a little bit too in my feelings when I'm writing what I'm writing. We all can relate to that, especially when we're writing emails. How great would it be is if you take what you wrote and say, let me just pause for a second and see how ChatGPT would write this a little bit different. And I'll take that same thing, copy, paste it right into your ChatGPT, ask it to write it in a certain manner, write it with clear and conciseness, professionalism, whatever it is, give it the prompts, and then see what it returns back to you. And it'll pretty much take exactly what you were trying to say and the point you were trying to get at, and probably make it a little bit clearer for someone else to understand, but maybe a little bit more professional instead of putting your emotions all up in it. Because y'all, I tend to put my emotions in things when I write. And so that is a quick way you can use ChatGPT today. If you're ever writing emails, if you are ever creating like structuring some type of correspondence, that's a way to use it when you are already writing stuff and then you're wanting to just clean it up. So that's the first way that I leverage ChatGPT. One of the things that tips I recently learned, and I actually didn't realize I was doing, is that when you get into ChatGPT, when you go and ask questions or when you start using it, you'll see that there's new chats that are developing off to the side because it'll save. That's why they have you log in, because when you log in, it's going to save everything that you're writing and feeding it to the ChatGPT, feeding it to the bot. And so what I realized is that I was feeding it all. I was staying in one chat. And I have multiple businesses. So I was feeding it all kinds of things, different things, and just kept asking or changing or tweaking or whatever. And what I realized, you can actually organize your chat conversations and just kind of teach the chat bot basically a little bit more clarity to that one thing. And when it's organized off to the side, you can reference back to that one conversation that is already learned all of the backstory, and it's able to then continue on that conversation and give you better output, better information. And so here is an example of that with organizing your chat. So I have multiple businesses. So let's say I'm working on one of my businesses. I'm going to start a new chat about that business. And when I first get it started, I'm going to tell this chatbot everything about this business. What is my mission? If you're a business owner, you should already have mission statement, core values, all of those things. What is the lifeblood? What is your business about? Who is your target audience? Who are those people you're looking to reach? All of that kind of information. And that's what you're going to feed to your chatbot. You're basically teaching your chatbot. You're telling this person or this AI bot what it's all about. What is that business? Okay. So once it learns all about your business, what are your core values? What is your mission statement? Who is your target audience? Now it kind of knows, okay, this is how we're going to start framing our conversation to these people with these values and with this mission. Make sense? Cool. All right. And then from there, you can start feeding it other prompts, which is basically, if you're not a good writer, some people aren't, you could start asking it to write certain things for you. So think about, what is the task at hand? Are you writing captions for Instagram? Are you writing captions for Facebook? Are you looking to hit a certain target audience? You need to be very clear and concise. So this might take a little bit of work. You might need to sit down with a notebook and start to dice this stuff out. And this is what I do often in my business. It's very important for you guys to be working on your business and not always working in your business. It's complete difficult thing to do, but this stuff is so important for you to create the structure and have the clear, consistent messaging that you need to not only reach your audience, but to be remembered with your audience. Okay. So you're going to feed it different prompts once it knows all about your business. And that could be from captions to, you want to create an ad, you want to create a script for a video that you want to do to reach that audience, whatever that looks like. And then you're going to put that into your prompt. So I'm going to give you guys a quick example, because this podcast episode is only so long, and I have 3 tips I'm going to give you guys. So this is my tip for ChatGPT. When you write these prompts, getting clear and concise on these prompts, you're going to basically come to it and say, you are an expert at this. I'm going to give you an example. I own a beauty business. And so I might prompt and say, you are an expert at makeup. and you are talking to a new client that has never worn makeup and she's skeptical about working with a professional makeup artist. I want you to give me 100-word post for Facebook to explain the benefits of working with a professional makeup artist. Boom. Put that in and it spits it out. And what's so great is not only will it give you the clear messaging and knows exactly who they're talking to from what perspective and how long it should be. So you're giving it the parameters of what you need. Once it gives you all that information, the cool thing about ChatGPT is now you can say, great, that was great information. You can decide if it's good. If you feel like you need to tweak it at all, you tweak it, take the paragraph, tweak it to make it your own, whatever you got to do. Then you put it back into your prompt and say, I love this. Now I need this as 10 really good, engaging social media posts. And then it'll spit out 10 posts. Now you're creating content, y'all. You are creating literally a roadmap to the messaging of the target audience. And now the specific content and prompts that you need that you're going to use on your social media posts. Make sense? So easy. Once you start to get clear, once you start to have clarity in the chaos, instead of just being all over the place. So this is a great actionable item you can implement today in all of these different ways using ChatGPT. There is so much more that ChatGPT could do. It's crazy, but I'm going to leave that for an episode on another day. But that is one of my number one things that I use almost daily for my business in a multitude of ways. And I gave you guys a lot of different ways you could do it. All right. Number 2, CapCut. All right, let me get my notes. CapCut. If you have not heard of CapCut, which I find most people have not, I've had like so many conversations about CapCut because I'm so active on social media. And social media is one of those things a lot of businesses are intimidated by. And I think one of the biggest problems that people face when they feel like, nope, can't do it. They either feel like, one, they don't know what type of content to create. 2, they don't have the time to create the content once they figure out what it is that they even want to get out to the world. And 3, they don't want to get on camera. So they think it always has to be them going out there, putting their face out on camera. And that's just absolutely false. So CapCut is a great tool I use all of the time to create quick content and capture some pieces throughout my day. So CapCut is an app that you can download onto your phone. It is all about taking your photos and your videos and leveraging AI, where it is going to take all of that stuff. You're going to feed it all the photos, all the different videos, and then it's going to take it, chop it up into little pieces, and make it one streamlined video automatically. What's even cooler is that once you make that video, it'll show you different ways that video can look. So there's like 20 different ways. So I tend to go through and see which one I really like, which resonates with me. And it'll also pair it up with a sound bite automatically for you. So when you go into CapCut, that's just one of the tools. It's called Auto Cut. And Auto Cut is the AI that you're going to use to make quick content with your videos and your photos instantly. And so there's so many other tools within CapCut. There's prompters. If you want to create like a prompter on your phone that you want to read while you're recording yourself, there's editing tools where you edit the videos yourself and you customize them however you see fit. And it makes it really easy to chop, cut, edit, and layer in things just like kind of like a video editor. And it's just really quick and easy to use. But the auto cut is the AI piece within CapCut that makes it easy, breezy, lemon squeezy for the people that are just novices, don't really know how to use it. So one of the tips I do when I'm teaching someone about CapCut, a quick way to create content is taking your phone. We always think we got to get like all these things. Nope, you want to get about 3-second to 4-second clips. So say it's throughout your day. Maybe I'm working from my computer today. I'm going to do a quick little 3-second clip of my laptop. Then I'm going to move on to the next part of my day. And maybe I'm at an event and I am surrounded by incredible women. We're having great conversation. Sometimes not even thinking, I'll just pull my phone out, get a quick little 3-second shot at the event. Boom, done. I see a product. I see, there's something I'm using. I'm drinking lots of water these days. I don't know. Killing it. Water, boom, done. This is like how vloggers, if you're wanting to document your day, like, hey, behind the scenes, this is what it looks like a day in a life of Ashley Nicole Stone, whatever. And so I get little 3-second clips throughout my day, different moments, different high points. And then I throw it into CapCut. CapCut chops it all up, puts it all together, looks like a whole streamlined video that's only about 10 to 20 seconds, because realistically, how much attention can you grab with someone? Usually it's in a short stint. So that's what CapCut is like. It's outputting very short content, but grabbing a lot of different pieces in your day. You can also take your photos. If you're not a video person and you're forgetting to take videos, we all take photos, whether it's selfies, whether it's a picture of something that inspires us, whatever that looks like. You can take pictures, and you could maybe take 4, 5, 6, 10 pictures, dump it into the CapCut AI auto cut, and it'll create a video with those pictures. So it is such a resourceful, valuable little tool, little handy tool for a lot of my content creation. And there are so many times, guys, I'm taking little hits, little clips throughout my day, photos, whatever that looks like, naturally in what my day really truly looks like. And then sometimes at night, when I just laying in bed, instead of scrolling, I'm popping into CapCut. I'm throwing that content into CapCut. All of a sudden, it's spitting out a video. I find some inspirational song, or whatever, and then pair that to it. Done. I have a piece of content. So that's how easy it can be. CapCut is a huge tool that is game changer for someone that's really struggling and wanting to get started in creating content. This is a really quick hit. CapCut can be implemented today. Okay, so that is my number 2. Okay, number 3, y'all. This is a little bit more advanced, but I find very often so many businesses don't have a clear brand. And so this is a very easy tool that you can use to help develop and create your brand if you don't have one. People have been in business for years and they're just like, they don't know the hex codes and color codes of their colors. They don't have colors. They don't have brand colors. If you ever see me, you know that pink is my color. Y'all, here is a little secret. I don't even like the color pink, but I've learned to love it because it is associated with all of my brands, and it is so memorable that people will literally send me pictures of this fuchsia pink. If I don't care if they see a fuchsia pink garbage can, they're going to take a picture and be like, "Oh my gosh, so cute. Look at this. I thought of you. Thank you. It's a garbage can." But they saw the pink. That's why it is so important to get very clear with your branding, and it's the number one thing that I tell people when it comes to the foundation of your business. You need to develop it with branding. So that's going to be your colors, and that's going to be your logo. So I'm going to give you guys, if you're kind of stuck, working with a graphic designer is great. Some of us, we don't have that in our budget. We're bootstrapping. And so if any graphic designers are watching, I'm sorry, I'm going to give this tip, but honestly, as you level up your game, go and hire that graphic designer. You're going to need one eventually. But when you're bootstrapping, these are just tools that you can leverage to basically make things happen and create some type of consistency. You can rebrand later and hire that person. But if you're just starting out and you're balling on a budget, this is what you're going to use. Brandmark.io. Y'all, I made this picture right before we started this. Like, that's me. So I'll share with you guys how I did that with my bonus. But brandmark.io is a game changer. If you do not have branding for your business, and you don't know where to start and you're balling on a budget, this is a great way to leverage AI. All right, I'm going to actually share my screen with this one because there's no way for me to fully explain the power of what this can do unless I just show you. So let's get right to it. All right, so I'm going to present my screen. I've never done this before, so bear with me. Brandmark logo maker. We're going to share that one right here. All right, here we go. Can y'all see me? Mike, can they see me? All right, perfect. All right, so let me just log in. I thought I was ready, but I wasn't ready. Okay, let's go here. I'm going to log in. And so here's one I was already working on, but I'm going to show you what it looks like here. So one of my brands is 139 Olive. And so this is not what my logo looks like, but I want to give you guys a little example on what the process and how easy it is and how amazing and incredible AI can be when you leverage it right. All right, so we have 139 Olive. And then this is my tagline. So what you're going to do is put the name of your business. And if you have a tagline, great. If you don't, no worries. You can skip over that. It's not required. And then you're going to go to your next page. Now you're going to give it some brand keywords. What describes your brand? And so my brand is an event venue. It is empowering. We celebrate milestone events here. We're celebrating. It's exclusive. I could probably come up with some more words, but that's what I'm going to tell it for right now. And then your palette. Is it going to be a simple palette? Is it going to be vibrant, bold colors? Is it earthy tones, pastel tones, dark? You can kind of choose and you can tweak it from here. So it's not a big decision to make, but it just kind of starts giving it some direction. So I'm going to go with these pastel colors here. And then watch the AI work. This is how you leverage AI. AI is not scary to take over anybody's job, but it is going to give you some leverage within your business when you're just starting out. All right, so here we are, and it spits out a lot of different options. Now, some are going to be amazing and some are going to make no sense, but that's okay because it's learning what it is that you're looking to make. So basically, you're going to go down, you're going to see all the different options it gives you. And so if any one particular jumps out at you, you can save it here. But I'm going to show you how cool this can be to get you started. All right, so this is some of them. Some of my branding has yellow in it, so I'm going to roll with this. So you can either love this and click and see what it does next, or you can edit it here. Say you like the style, but the colors really aren't doing it for you. So you can go here and you can actually edit and change any of those colors. So background, let's see, what's an easier one? So if I want to change the slogan, which is here, I can get rid of that. I can change anything with the name if I want to. I can change the fonts. So we like the style of this, but maybe we want the font to look like this. Boom, done. And then the background, no, let's see, layout. Maybe we want it off to the side. Hold on, it didn't do it. Why are we not doing it? All right, scratch that. Maybe we want to change the color. We love the design, but we don't like the color. Boom, we can change the color. All right. All right, so we save that. Now we change the colors a little bit. Now we're filling this, okay? That's super random, but let's say this is what we love. The colors are great. Now we're gonna go here and you can either click on this and now you can scroll down and check this out. This is pretty cool. It starts giving you some great examples of what your logo could look like on products, what it could look like on the phone. Here's all of your colors and here's all your hex codes. And here's just some branding, different ways you can use this, putting it on your Facebook page. Like, how cool is that? Instantaneously. If you're visual like me, this is such a great tool for me to start getting the juices flowing because I'm like, okay, now I have direction. I really love what this could look like. And so ideas is another way that it gives you the same thing, but says, okay, I'm going to show you different ways you can do your colors. Pretty cool, right? Like, I just absolutely love this tool. I actually used it to create one of my logos when I was incubating an idea. And that logo was the beehive. And I made an icon. I did like a whole thing. I was going to share it with you guys, but I couldn't find it in time for this live. So here we are. I went with 139 Olive. So brand.io is where it's at. All right, let's see. I'm back. Ooh, I'm back. Okay. So I hope you guys learned something from that because that one I was like really excited about. I'm a visual learner. And so I found that tool and I'm like, this is so dope. So if you don't have a brand, that is so great for you. Or if you want to do a rebranded cleanup, you can go through the process. It is free when you first do it. And then if you decide you love whatever it is that you created with that, you can actually purchase the logo and it'll give you all the different things, the different formats of the logo, all the hex codes of the logo. Yeah, so pretty powerful. Okay. All right. So my bonus one, I told you guys I had a bonus one. So those are my top three. And then my bonus one, what does that mean? Oh, I'm at 30 minutes. Okay. All right, cool. So bonus one that I'm going to give you guys is Canva. Canva is a game changer for any business. I feel like everyone knows Canva, so that's why it's my bonus. And I could literally do an entire episode on all of the amazing tools that Canva has. But at the very base level of Canva, it is so powerful because there's so much content already done for you. It's a drag and drop, swap, and play. So with Canva, though, what I want to show you guys is if you're already familiar with Canva, how you can use these other tools that I had that will help you. So that brand mark Baby, you want to bring my brand mark picture back up. Yeah, the brand mark picture with me on it where I'm going like that. Boom. All right. So I use Canva for this. So this was really cool because I went and actually just screenshot basically the brand mark page, and it actually had a completely different person off to the side. And this is what gave me the idea is I took that, screenshot the original. I uploaded it into Canva to make this picture and edit the picture along the way. Canva, I took this selfie really quick of myself and also uploaded it into my Canva. And I drag and dropped my photo over the other person. And then I did an edit picture and deleted the background that was around me sitting in my podcast studio. And boom, I was able to make this quick little piece of content instantaneously. Probably took me a total of like 2 minutes. My husband's looking at me like, why are you taking a selfie? What are you doing? Because I'm like, going like that. And so I took that, I literally Facebook Messenger to it to myself on my laptop because that's just quick for me. So I pulled it off of there, saved it to my computer, went to my Canva, uploaded my quick little selfie going like this, and literally drag and dropped my picture onto this brand mark picture and deleted the background around me. And now here I am. So that is the quick power of Canva. Canva has AI tools. You'll see like the magic button. You'll see all these different things that Canva has. There's also some other really cool tools that I can implement. Y'all, I could go on and on about what Canva can do for your business. So if you're not using Canva for your business, where have you been? You are under a rock. Canva is a game changer for businesses. But like I said, that is a whole podcast episode in itself. But if you're not on it, get on it. And if you are, leverage the other tools that I showed you to be able to make your content even better. So, number one, ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT the different types of content. Maybe it's quotes. Maybe it's the tips that we just figured out how to make. Whatever that looks like, it's going to help you get really clear on that messaging, and then you're going to use that content and you're going to use Canva and put that to your Canva pieces that you're creating content for. So ChatGPT can be used in all kinds of different ways, and that's a way that you can use Canva and ChatGPT together. I believe inside Canva, there is a new AI tool that also can help rewrite some of the things that you're writing as well. And then you have your CapCut. CapCut is going to be great for taking just some of your images, editing those images, editing your videos, creating that opportunity to create quick, clear content that has music, that has all the different parts of your day or different parts of your product or whatever it is that you're putting together, creates a quick hit piece of content for you. And if you really want to be extra, you can actually create videos where you have your script that you create on ChatGPT and you can put it in CapCut in the teleprompter button and literally have exactly what you want to say on the screen while you're recording yourself. Next level stuff. So good. And then you have your brand.io. We're going to get really clear and clean on our branding using brand.io if you don't know your branding, which you really need to know those hex codes, the colors, and be consistent across all platforms, across all things that you create. And so if you don't know those answers already, you can go to Brandmark and start to gain clarity on what some of that looks like for you. And you get quick visual hits that help you bring it all together in your mind and then say, nope, this is it. I love it. This is what we're rolling with. So Brandmark is a great tool. Once you get those hex codes, you're going to hop on over to Canva and you're going to go to the brand button and you're going to put those hex codes of those colors and develop your brand. Basically, it's like your brand. There's a word for it. Your brand kit. It even says brand kit on Canva. So you're going to put your brand kit together on Canva. And this way, once it knows the hex codes, once it knows the font style, once it has your logos uploaded, when you're creating that content, it makes your creations so much faster to do and develop when it already knows the brand. And you can literally swap out colors and swap out fonts very quickly, instantaneously. So all of these can work together in different ways, or you can work with one at a time, whatever works for you to help get the clarity you need, unpack the chaos, get to the clarity on the other side, and discover the beauty. All right, y'all, that is my episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned. We have more coming, but I'm actually probably going to re-record this and do it again just to get really clear and concise. But this was my pre-pre. This was my pre before the season, and we're testing this out, what this looks like, going live, having my husband as a producer behind the scenes, all of the fancy things that we can put up to share and showcase to you guys during our episodes. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope there are some takeaways. I pray that I planted some kind of seed for you in your mind, in your spirit, in your business, because that's what it's all about, y'all. It's really getting clear and concise and being able to develop the things that you dream and wish existed and get to the beauty on the other side. Because when you do, I know it in my heart, you are going to make so much impact for other people. And the second we get clear and we start to make impact, it just becomes this domino ripple effect. And so I pray for you and your business that you're able to get the clarity that you need and that you have everything at your fingertips. So there's no excuses. We're here showing you and teaching you. And so get out of your head, get out of being stuck. I pray that you get that clarity that you need to get through the chaos and build the business of your dreams and make the impact that you want to make. So stay beautiful, y'all. Stay blessed. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Chaotic, it is hard to see the beauty that comes from it. But I'm here to tell you, you are not alone. I am your host, Ashley Stone, and I am your chaos coordinator. I believe there's always a message in the mess we can experience in our personal lives and in business. So join me on the journey of running multiple businesses, self-carrying it up, and designing a life for my family. This won't be just my story. It will be the many stories of remarkable women that have inspired me and will inspire you to discover the beauty behind the chaos.